Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and happy early Halloween. The Halloween Terry event finally dropped for Overwatch, and with it, not only came a bunch of skins that Blizzard not only met our expectations, but exceeded it, but ones that I'm sure are going to be fan favorites for many. They finally delivered on heroes that have desperately needed a Halloween skin for years, and added a few ones that might tickle your fancy if you're into that kind of thing. And don't try to be above us and play like you aren't into that kind of thing, because trust me, I know you're into that kind of thing. Which is why on this lovely Saturday, I wanted to do a top 5 video looking at the top 5 best 2020 Halloween skins. It's tradition, every single year I look at the recent events and do a top 5 video, and I've already done top 5 videos for the past Halloween events, so if you want to go check them out, I'll not only include it in the card popping up in the top right hand corner, but also at the end of the video. But before we begin, I want you to comment down below what your favorite Halloween skin is from this Halloween event. And let me tell you, these, oh my god, Blizzard, why? Why do you come through and empty out my pockets for all the money I got with such great looking skins? Oh, let's get into it. Starting us off at the number 5 spot is a skin that, okay, so I like this skin, but I don't like this skin. That makes sense, right? Like, it's not like I don't like this skin, I do like it, but I also don't like it. That made no sense. This is Hanzo's DAI-TENGU skin. My feelings for the skin is so confusing. More confusing than my sexuality towards women. That's a joke, alright? But I really don't know how to feel about this skin. On one hand, I love the direction that they took with not only this skin, but a lot of the other skins in this Halloween event. You're starting to see a lot more demonic-inspired skins because it is the Halloween event. Sure, I do like the cute skins, the costume skins, like with Zarya and Mei and Ana, but I also like me a demon skin of the likes of Hanzo, and they got it perfectly with this one. Like, oh my god, am I scared of looking at Hanzo. But on the other hand, I also just don't like Hanzo, so maybe that's why I don't like this skin. But another reason why I don't like this skin is that it is so ferocious. It is so intimidating and scary. Maybe it's because he doesn't actually have any skin, and it's just pure flesh shown on the surface of Hanzo that's giving me this weird creepy vibe, but that's what they are trying to go for with the Halloween event. That's why I'm saying my feelings towards the skin is so confusing, because it's awesome, it's perfect, and it's well suited for the Halloween event. I'm just so scared of it, man. I also love the inspiration behind it and the contrast to the Genji skin, because a Tengu is basically a legendary creature that can take the form of a lot of different things, but in the case of Hanzo, basically this is the dog version, if my research does serve me correctly, where the larger nose, or the snozzer, as a lot of people are referring to, is the feature that is most exaggerated when it comes to the dog Tengu. So overall, I appreciate Blizzard making this skin, and I really do appreciate Blizzard actually diving into other parts of the region's culture, in particular Japanese culture, and pulling out a lot of these creatures that the Western audience probably would never have heard of if it wasn't for seeing a lot of these skins. But Blizzard, please, can you give my boy some aloe? He is so sunburned, man. But if you want to talk about a good Halloween skin, then let's look at the 4th best skin. And this is one that I'm going to be taking full credit for when inspiring Blizzard for making it, because it's the only thing that I have going for me in my sad godforsaken life. This is Werewolf Winston, baby! Oh, Bro You Whack, how did you inspire Blizzard to make Werewolf Winston? I'm so glad that you asked. I invented werewolves. So, checkmate there, liberals. For years, I wanted this skin in Overwatch. It almost seemed too perfect not to include it in the Halloween event, because Winston is a scientist that is able to transform himself into a werewolf, all due to his scientific research in the science field, because he's a scientist. And if he was going to transform himself into any animal, wouldn't it make sense to transform himself into a werewolf on a full moon on Halloween night? That's why this skin is too perfect not to have in the Halloween event. And if they wouldn't have included it in the 5th Halloween event for Overwatch, I would have cried, like I do every day, but I would have cried extra, because why not give my boy Winston some Halloween love in the form of a werewolf skin? And boy, did they give us a werewolf Winston skin. They gave him the fur, they gave him the pointy ears, they gave him the buck-tooth teeth, and the ripped up plaid shirt and wood armor. Oh, okay. I mean, it's a traditional werewolf skin. This is one of those skins where they don't really have to provide a lot of details to make him not only look like a werewolf, but for it to look like a great and fantastic skin. I love this skin. A lot of people expected it, myself included, but it got beat out by a lot of other skins that not only fit the heroes better, but were a lot more punny, like at the number 3 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a skin that nobody saw coming. At number 3, it's the Flying Dutchman Sigma skin. Let me explain to you why this skin is so perfect just based on the name alone. So Sigma is a Flying Dutch man, and he's dressed up as the Flying Dutch Man for Halloween. Mic drop. Perfect skin for Sigma. This is one of those skins where you kind of feel stupid that you didn't come up with it, but you're so happy that someone at Blizzard was thinking outside of the box and thinking with puns to create such a magnificent skin, because while the name is perfect, the skin looks great too. While Blizzard might have overdone it with the pirate skins, to the point where I literally made a top 5 video based on the best pirate skins, if you do want to check that out. By the way, this would definitely be number 1 if it just would have came out around the time when that video came out, but I love the undergreen glow to represent his skin, especially his face. See, this is the type of skin where I'm not intimidated or scared. I respect Sigma. You know, I would take him out on a date if I was gay, which so many people think I am, but you know what? I might switch up on the night just because he looks that dope. Hey, if you look like this man, DM me on Twitter and I'll take you on a date to Dunkin' Donuts and we'll get the Charlie train. I also like the sea urchins to represent his orbs. That was a nice little subtle change that if you don't know sea anatomy, that you really wouldn't know. Like, why does he have spiky balls? Well, it's because he's the ghost of the sea, and sea urchins, I guess, were circular enough to replace his balls. So you can tell I love this skin not only because of its name, but also because of its look. I just can't believe that the TV show SpongeBob SquarePants inspired Blizzard to make a skin around its character, the Flying Dutchman. Let's move on to the second best Halloween skin. So I fell in love with this skin from the moment I saw it, but then when I started to see Genji main's reaction towards it, I was thoroughly surprised because they didn't like it. And it's like, how can you not like KARASU-TENGU? You beg and beg and beg for a good Genji skin, and then when it hits you right in the face, you start to cry about it. Well, I'm here to tell you why this skin is so good. First, talking about the folklore related to this skin. And I briefly mentioned it with Hanzo, but this is basically like the counterpart of the Tengu family, where Hanzo is the dog Tengu, where Genji is the crow Tengu. And the way that Blizzard transformed Genji, it's pretty obvious that he is inspired from a crow, and that makes it perfect for the Halloween event, and especially on the Eichenwald map because you have crows flying throughout the castle. But when they transformed Genji into this crow, man, they did a fantastic job. They got feathers on top of his helmet, shoulders, and even wrist. They also gave him the crow mask with a beak to really sell the fact that he is a bird flying through the air. It's gonna slice and dice you. Speaking of slicing and dicing, his sword too. It's very subtle, and it might just be me seeing things, but there's also a crow built into the bottom portion of the blade with the eye and feather hairs that you can also see on Genji himself. And to top things off, the thing that makes a Genji skin is an armor-plated six-pack. I mean, come on. You can't have a Genji skin without an armor-plated six-pack. Genji looks good, and they really transform him well to sell the idea that he is a crow without selling off the idea that he is still a cyborg ninja. And that can sometimes be hard, especially with heroes that have defining features, or that is just a defining hero in general, like Bastion. I mean, it's not like you can make Bastion really into any kind of animal, or really any kind of Halloween asset, so when it comes to heroes like that, they might not get as much love as, say, Genji or Hanzo. But oh, when these heroes get some love, they get some love. If only I could get some love, man. But hey, I'm gonna stay hopeful because I know one day the government is gonna make cat girls real, just like the #1 spot, because ladies and gentlemen, the best Halloween skin to come out of this event is gonna be d.va SHIN-RYEONG. Now I know what you're thinking, Zach, that's not a cat girl. You're right, that's an undead cat girl. I'm kidding. I know it's a fox. And let me explain the story behind this skin, because just like Genji and Hanzo, there's actually some folklore behind this skin. So obviously this is supposed to take the form of a spirit fox, as you can see with the translucent 9 tails behind D.Va. And the whole purpose of this ghost-like fox's existence is to actually steal the hearts of humans and devour them, which is what I really hope D.Va does to me, because I'm just so desperate to not only die, but to actually seem important to somebody enough to where they steal my heart. Oh yeah, the mech is really cool too, because this takes the form of a traditional Korean house or dojo. You can just see the roofing at the top of the mech and realize, oh, this is actually a building, which I want them to do more of. You know, it's kind of outplayed for them to do robotic cars or other things like that. Man, make some buildings or something. It looks fantastic here in this skin. Maybe it's just because I really like this skin because I want her to step on me with those dirty, dirty feet. I'm seeming really creepy, aren't I? I just want to be known that if you look like this, do not DM me because I'm not worthy. If you look like Flying Dutchman Sigma, then please DM me because at least that way I have a chance. But this skin just goes to show that Blizzard knows what to give their heroes in regards of their skin arsenal. They give the dad skins to Soldier 76, they give the angelic and beautiful skins to Mercy, and they give the thirst trap skins to D.Va. But how could they not when D.Va looks so adorable, even as an undead killer fox? The ears, the raggedy dress, even the taped up legs. I mean, if you don't think D.Va looks adorable in this skin, and if you don't think Genji looks fierce and menacing in his crow skin, and if you don't think the Sigma skin is absolutely punny and perfect for him in particular, then I don't know what to tell you. You don't have good taste in skins, because this is not only the best Halloween skins that we've ever gotten, but possibly the best skins that we've gotten in general. Every year, Blizzard always seems to pull out at least one skin to surprise us. And this time around, they've done it for all 5 legendary skins. And shoot, even Ragdoll Echo is great too. But hey, maybe I'm just overhyping the Halloween skins. Maybe they're actually garbage and you actually think that the Brigitte skin is the #1 skin. Please let me know what your favorite Halloween skin is from this event in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later. I love you guys, thank you guys for watching, more of our videos to come, and happy early Halloween.